What is good? We are back for another episode of the Not So Big Ben Show. I'm your host, Not So Big Ben, trying to get another sponsorship from Coors Banquet. Cheers to that, because it's not January anymore and I can drink again. I did get a lot of good reflection with my whole month of not drinking, but unfortunately today we do not have my co-host Pro. He's got things going on, so unfortunately you guys have to listen to me. Sorry about it. I know he's the entertaining one or whatever, but what we do have is my producer in the back.
It's your boy Poe, so I'm just one letter short, so yeah. It'll be close. We'll give it a go, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's do this thing. Man, and we had some good championship games this past week. We were snowed in getting to watch it, iced out, whatever you want to call it. Patriots, Broncos, that first one, not much of a game. They got a lot of snow too. Really, the more I think of it, I take back everything I said about Bo Nix because Jarrett Stidham, you are dog shit. That was really bad. But I also think, you know what, for all the shit talking that Sean Payton did saying we're going to win this game, he called the game like a pussy. Screen, handoff, screen. You got to talk that talk. Take a shot down the field, son. I mean, what are we doing here?
First possession of the game, they took a shot. Look what happened.
That's true.
It was the biggest play of the game, and I think we can both agree. And hindsight's 20/20, they say, but you got to take the points on that fourth down call, right?
I'm 50-50 on that.
Okay.
Because 4th and 1 with Bo Nix, you're going with that all day.
Sure.
I didn't hate the play call. I mean, I didn't hate the decision. I hated the fact that they called the timeout and didn't, kind of gave Mike Vrabel and company time to think about what they were going to do. And the play itself, the call itself was not very good. I get it. Running the ball in 4th and 1 is predictable. But that play, I mean, you put pressure on Stidham, it's not good. And they knew that. So they're like, hey, let's just send it. And if he beats us, so be it kind of thing. But the thing is, if they get that first down, because the offense was cooking at that time. If they got the first down and they go up 14-0, Sean Payton's a genius. Now he's an idiot. And we don't really like him here too much. I don't, at least.
I don't hate him.
Really?
I feel like your head coach kind of has to be like a little bit of a cocky prick, I think. Like Shanahan, right? A little bit of a cocky prick.
I don't think he's that cocky, though, Shanahan.
You don't think so?
No. Not compared to Sean Payton. I mean, nobody is, in my opinion, but.
My only thing is if. All right, so it was 4th and 4, 4th and 3, I believe. I think it was 4th and 4.
Mm-hmm.
You got a guy on your staff. He's got to be telling you, dude, there is going to be a wind, rain, snow, like nasty second half.
Oh, no, it was 4th and 1 on that when they went for it.
Was it 4th and 1?
It was 4th and 1.
Okay, so 4th and short. But I feel like if someone's on your staff being like, dude, the second half we're not going to be able to throw the ball more than 15 yards down the field, maybe you take the points. But like I already said, man, it's easy for us to sit here and say that now,
For sure. Yeah, and I mean, because Denver's defense, they did their job. I mean, New England offensively, like that's probably the worst offense I've seen get to a Super Bowl. And everyone's like, oh, they've been this bad all year. No, they were good in the regular season. Now, granted, they had a pretty easy schedule and all. Statistically, that's what it is. They had an easy schedule. That's not me knocking on them. But in the playoffs, I mean, offense just wasn't moving. I mean, like you said last week, Will Campbell's going to have to move to left guard, most likely. And Drake May, I mean, he had an MVP caliber season. He has not had an MVP caliber playoffs.
Nah, if I was a Patriots fan, I would be worried because what playoff game have the Patriots played this year that they've looked good?
Right.
I don't think there's one, really.
Yeah.
But all three units looking good? I don't think I've seen it.
No, I mean, the defense has been really good. I could give them that, the Patriots. Having Milton Williams back has been marvelous for them, has done them wonders, especially against the run. And, man, I mean, what they've been doing this year, like, you can't take it away from them. You're in a Super Bowl 2 years after 2 straight 4-13 seasons. But, the crowd chanting MVP at Drake May after one first down, I'm like, come on now. We can't be. I mean, I think Matthew Stafford's going to win the MVP. I think he should.
Agreed.
If you watch that game, because there's really not much more to talk about Patriots-Broncos-wise. it was bad. I mean, like, I love defensive games, but that was just really bad offense more than good defense, in my opinion.
It was a tough watch. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't very entertaining. I mean, I guess if you like a defensive struggle, you were into it, but not a lot of breakout plays, not a lot of excitement. But for all the shitting on the Patriots that we've done, they're in the last game, so they've done something right.
Yeah, we hated the Chiefs dynasty so much. They said, fine, we'll bring you back the Patriots dynasty. So will they win the Super Bowl, though? I don't know, because, I mean, those Rams-Seahawks game, that was a really good one. And everyone's like, oh, look how bad the Seahawks defense played. If you really watch that game, though, I'm just watching Matthew Stafford place the ball in spots that I'm like, holy shit. Like, nobody can make that. That's why the Seahawks defense has been so good all year, because they've made quarterbacks make tough throws like that. And Stafford was just making throw after throw after throw. Nobody was really wide open in that game if you really look at the film.
Dude, I wonder if like we were if we could go back in time and get Stafford off the Lions for the first half of his career. I wonder if we would be talking about him like Aaron Rodgers or something.
I agree.
Because dude, he's so good. He's so good.
He is. I mean, he's the MVP of the league for a reason. Now, I also think he is the best wide receiver in football too, in Puka Nacua.
Agreed on that as well.
And I mean, Cooper Kupp, leaves the Rams and gets the Super Bowl. Congrats to him. But I also do think the Rams did upgrade with Devontae Adams over you in a way. That's not to slight you in any way. You scored against your old team, so congrats. But everyone's saying that Sam Darnold has beaten the big game stuff. He beat his Rams curse. He's never beaten the Patriots yet. He's playing them in a Super Bowl, and he's getting crowned a little too early, in my opinion. But that's not to say that he hasn't played well. Sam Darnold has played magnificent in these two games. Can he keep it up, though? I don't know, to be honest, because I think Mike Vrabel's going to put the ball in Sam Darnold's hands and make him beat them.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch. My wife's family is just like the most diehard Seattle fans you've ever met. Like mom, dad, brother, aunt, uncle, like the whole family. So I'm excited to watch it from that perspective. How do you think it's going to shake out if you had a bet on it?
My thing is, I think the Patriots have the better offense, at least from we've seen this so far this season. Not in the playoffs though, but my thing is with Seattle, like, if JSN gets shut down in the pass game, who do they have? I mean, can they get Rashid Shaheed going? That's going to be a key thing. Is Kenneth Walker going to run as well against that defense? Because New England's run defense has been pretty good. So we'll see. But also New England's offensive line, if they don't hold up, I think we're going to see like what Mahomes looked like against Tampa Bay in that Super Bowl, like 5 years ago now?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, we've seen it time and time again where the offensive line hasn't shown up in the Super Bowl. And I don't like to put it on one guy, but for a top 5 pick, like they drafted you in the top 5 for a reason. In Seattle, they don't have an edge rusher like that he's been going against, and Will Anderson and Nick Bonito over in Denver. So, I mean, but the thing with Seattle, though, their defense, like they'll line up in so many looks, confuse you. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go. I think Seattle's defense is just going to take over the game, though. And I think Seattle will win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout like people are saying, though. I would think like 30-20 kind of game Seattle wins.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. Like, I think it's either going to be very close and go either way, or I think Seattle's going to blow them out. Like, if I had to, like, predict a couple outcomes, I think the most shocking result, if, like, we get in the studio the week after and we're like, yeah, Patriots won by 3 touchdowns. That would be shocking.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. And to be honest, my only thing that the Patriots have at winning this game, Drake May has to play like an MVP. Like, he has to play like the MVP to win the game.
You see he's had a little shoulder. He's got the little shoulder.
That's concerning.
That is concerning.
People are going to say it's nothing, and he's going to play. Like, he's going to play no matter what. But, I mean, I can't imagine that his shoulder's in worse condition than Stephon Diggs' chef's neck, if you know what I mean.
Dude, I saw an article. God, I saw this article that said no one is more deserving for a big time
it pissed
game
me off so
than
much.
Diggs. I'm like, are you guys? He's like probably the least deserving person ever to make it to the game. It's ridiculous. I think they're going to get a heavy dose of Kenneth Walker. I personally think he's extremely underrated. I think he can be like the bell cow, the lead back of a good offense. And I have Seattle by 10. But it's going to be a good game, man.
I think so too. I think it's better than people are going to think it is, like I've said. But yeah, I totally agree with you on the Stephon Diggs thing. I mean, he makes Tyreek Hill look like a saint.
Yeah,
it's such and you know what? I hate it. I never liked him when he watched that, like the Chiefs celebrate. I just thought that thing was so cringe. It's like, okay,
so performative. Like, you know, there's a camera behind your shoulder, like watching everything. Wide receivers, man. We've talked about it once. We'll talk about it again.
Yeah.
There's just some crazy MFers, bro.
But I'll tell you, I love me some JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba. Good player, good human. I mean, he don't look the part really, but he does it all. I mean, and say what you want. Justin Jefferson, he had some interesting things to say. After, like, yeah, we probably would have done better, which he ain't wrong. I mean, you see that situation he was dealt. What if he gets traded to Seattle?
It could happen. I think it's funny that, like, obviously Ohio State has produced, like, so many good receivers recently. Yeah. And when you ask all those receivers who's the best one of them to come out of Ohio State, they all say Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Which is so telling because, you know, Brian Hartline did such a great job getting receivers over there. And, you know, I'm praying for the Ohio State offense going forward. I prayed on your demise, but now you have my former offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, is going to be your coordinator. So third string tight end, get ready to have a career year, brother. No, for real. I do love Arthur, though. He actually, I've seen him. He's a really good dude. Much better than Matt Canada. Not a high bar.
God, where's he at now? Like in the CFL or something?
Hopefully dead. Fuck him. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, you're probably a good guy too, but God, you had like 3 plays in your playbook, but that's neither here or there. Yeah, so it's going to be a really good game, and, you know, we'll see. I mean, because it's funny, we think of this right now. Mike Vrabel and Mike McDonald are Vrabel's first year in New England. Mike McDonald's second year in Seattle, and how quickly they turned around the program. And there's these coaches now that are coming in. My Steelers finally hired somebody. Mike McCarthy is now the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. You know what? I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would originally, just based on his press conference, you know, the emotion that he had. Us Pittsburgh fans, we love our Yinzers, and that guy's a Yinzer if I've ever seen one. Maybe he just didn't want to be in Dallas, and that's why. I mean, I can't blame him. Dal ass. Yeah, I mean, and he's had a track record of making quarterbacks work, whereas Tomlin didn't. And so I don't think it's the worst hire. I don't love it though, but yeah, we'll see.
We have the same exact mindset on that. Like when you first heard it, you were like, "Oh," but then you like let it sit for a day or two. My dad is a huge Steelers fan, bro.
Yeah.
Like since he was little, so like I try to follow the Steelers pretty closely, and I think he's gonna do better than people are expecting him to do.
I agree, and because like he clearly wants to be there. He said he'd crawl through glass to get that job. So, and I'm rooting for you. And all the best wishes to Mike Tomlin. We might come down to the draft for the show with our show. If you want to come on, have some Coors Banquets, Coach Tomlin, we're all for that. I am at least.
Hell yeah.
Tomlin, former defensive backs coach for Tampa Bay, Super Bowl winning coach over there too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's got good roots. I saw a report today that said Tomlin was making over $20 million per year at the Steelers organization on his last contract.
Can't hate that. I mean, I'd walk away too with that money.
Shoot, yeah. That's the American dream. People be like, the American dream is to work and have a white picket fence. No, I think the American dream is to get paid to not show up to your job. That's GOAT status right there.
Every Raiders coach right now, for real, who I believe they're taking away Clint Kubiak.
Yes, yes.
which, that's my only concern for Seattle. Like, is he going to be focused in that game? But he kind of deflected every question. Like, don't ask about the Raiders. Let's talk about this game. So I'm like, okay, he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And man, I mean, he was cooking really all season, and you saw it when he was over in New Orleans too, a little bit for what was limited. So I'm excited for what he could do in Vegas potentially, but
I think Mendoza is the perfect archetype for quarterback for his offense.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, and obviously you don't just pick him up just to be your play caller. Like, I think he's gonna be a good leader, man. I think somehow he's gonna sway Max Crosby back into the building, because that seemed broken at when he was hooping and a knee brace after they said, "Hey, you're done for the season." But
yeah, that got bad. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if they'll just cash him in for a couple first-round picks or they'll try to have a good season. But I think in the most recent years, man, you land the right coach, your team's trajectory can change overnight. I mean, look at the Patriots, look at the Seahawks, look at, fill in the blank. So we'll see how it all shakes out, man.
Well, yeah, no doubt. And look at the Titans without Mike Vrabel now. Not very good. They did get Robert Saleh, though. I was a little surprised by that, considering how things ended in New York. I do think he got a really good staff, having Daboll as the offensive coordinator.
Huge. That's huge.
Gus Bradley as defensive coordinator has kind of been iffy lately, but I think with Saleh and him together, I think they could do some things. And Tennessee's defense you got Jeffrey Simmons up front. You could figure it. I mean, so, and specialty. Well, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say real quick that they said that when Daboll was on head coach of the Giants, they try to trade multiple assets to go up and get Cam Ward.
Yeah.
So that's probably how they enticed him over there. It's he finally got to coach someone that he saw a lot in. Yeah, man, they're put together good staff. We'll see.
I agree, and I think Daboll's going to cook.
I think he's going to cook too.
I'm excited to see that. Will his former quarterback Jackson Dart cook now with Matt Nagy calling plays for him and John Harbaugh in the building? I don't know. I know his co-owner Steve Tisch, I believe the name is cooked on the Epstein list. Brother, what are you doing?
Evil world, man. Evil world.
Evil world. And I wouldn't be surprised if Robert Kraft was on that list, but I mean,
there's rumors.
There is rumor. Is there actually?
Yeah, you familiar with Bill Simmons podcast? Big New England guy, ex-ESPN. He's a huge Patriots fan.
And he's the one reporting that too, which is
So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, God, it seems like just about everyone was on that list that got released.
Not Kanye.
Not Kanye. I've never been a big Jay-Z fan, so I was right, everybody.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Jay-Z, not good. But that's all a little, I only cared about that list when I saw NFL owner on there. And I think there's some more coming up. I believe Woody Johnson. So there you go, Jets fans. There's something for you to get excited about. But other coaching hires just recently, Joe Brady to the Buffalo Bills. I don't know how I feel about that one, to be honest. You're just promoting from within. I mean, I really loved his interview, though, when he was on McAfee. And when his press conference, he's like, I'm not an offensive coordinator. I'm a head coach. And when our quarterback throws a pick, I can't wait to talk shit to him. I'm like, okay, he gets it. So
the press conference, if I was a Bills fan, the press conference kind of gave me some reassurance. But it's just interesting that Brandon Beane, the GM, it seems like he won the power struggle between him, McDermott, the owner, or whatever. And
shouldn't have.
I'm just thinking to myself, I wonder what he's done to kind of warrant that from the owner. But obviously Josh Allen had to sign off on it, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, we'll see. That one's kind of undecided for me as well.
Yeah, and I mean, they hired Pete Carmichael as an offensive coordinator. He's probably not going to call plays like he did in New Orleans when Peyton was there, and then when he actually called plays, it didn't go well. Excuse me. But they got Jim Leonard calling the defense now, which I'm really, really stoked about, considering, I mean, he's been everywhere. Every defensive staff he's been on, the defense has been good. He hasn't been the main play caller, but over in Denver, I mean, I ain't ever seen some safeties play the way they did. The defensive backs, other than Riley Moss, are pretty good.
Poor Riley Moss. Dude.
Sorry, brother. How many penalties does that guy get?
My thing with Riley Moss is if you have Surtain on the other side, you're just gonna get tested more
fair.
than another CB2. But yeah, it doesn't doesn't really bode well
Doesn't
for
justify
the.
white corner.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Doesn't really make many GMs want to go draft the next white corner, but yeah, man, we'll see. I saw the Cardinals finally hired.
Mike LaFleur.
Yep.
I love that for them.
I just don't know enough about him to like really have a strong opinion one way or the other.
That's true. He wasn't the one calling plays for the Rams, but like also, I mean, who knows? I mean, you learn under McVay. I mean, it seems McVay coaches do well for the most part. I can't think of one who really hasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think he's going into a great situation, so you kind of got to give him some grace in the first year.
For sure.
Will Kyler Murray be back though? I don't think so.
I don't either.
I don't know why you'd want him back. Jacoby played better than him, but again, that offense was more fit for Jacoby than it was for Kyler, if like you really think of it though. Considering that the play caller last year, who's now in Detroit, which I was really surprised by, Drew Petzing.
Yep.
If you really think about it, I mean, Petzing was in Cleveland when Jacoby Brissett was in Cleveland, so he had a little familiarity with all of it. But I mean, that's neither here or there. I don't know what the Cardinals do. I don't really see if they draft somebody or if they get somebody. And
that is like literally what I was about to get into. Is like it's not a heavy QB draft.
No.
So you can't necessarily like go find a QB, and then I think of like the free agents that might get picked up. Like, you know, Malik Willis will probably get a deal from somebody. Who else? Maybe someone like trades for Bagent out of Chicago or Bagent. Like I'm wondering, like if you're a new head coach and you need a quarterback, I don't think you're gonna find one in the draft like you're usually could.
Or you know who you should give a shot, and I'm a homer for this guy.
Yeah.
Give Jameis a shot.
Give him a shot, dude.
One season of 30 interceptions. That is the only thing against him.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, the good is good. But I want Jameis in a uniform. I want him as a starter somewhere.
Dude, as a Bucks fan, like the Jameis roller coaster is crazy. The Jameis roller coaster is crazy, but he's got talent, man. He can sling that thing.
For sure. I mean, and his teammates love him. That is huge.
Yeah.
Like, and even when he's not playing, like I watched him on Hard Knocks when he was with the Giants, and he's in like offensive line meetings, like trying to tell them how to hit a high note in an opera course. And like he was talking to Wan'Dale Robinson. 1 minute they're talking about which route to run, and the next thing they're talking about Kentucky Fried Chicken. Like, it's amazing. I mean, I would run the hardest routes for that guy.
For sure.
If I dropped a pass, I'd cut myself from him. Like, for real. Like, something about him, man. I mean, and he would have been the best quarterback in Cleveland last year. And honestly, Cleveland should bring him back because, but then again, what are they doing? I mean, they don't know what they're doing. They hired Todd Monken, which nobody seems to like. But you say what you want. Baltimore's offense was cooking with him a little bit. The only indictment he had was he didn't give Derrick Henry enough touches some games. That was really it for me.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what quarterback.
He's got a Pro Bowl quarterback, though.
Please. Dude, the Pro Bowl's been a joke for so many years now, but that is like the final straw. Like, I'm sorry, dude. You telling me Shador's a Pro Bowl level quarterback? I'm just out on the whole thing. I'm out on the whole thing.
And Monken actually already said today that yeah, he's not QB1, even though they had that little interaction in the front office.
Yep.
But, I mean, I can't blame him. Like, he's almost 60 years old. Let him pick his own quarterback.
For sure.
And, I mean, you saw he cooked with – Georgia has not won a playoff game since he left. That's something to think about. I know it's college, but, I mean – and I think of it because you forget he was the offensive coordinator in 2019 in Cleveland when Freddie Kitchens was the head coach and Baker Mayfield was the quarterback. That was a very disastrous year.
It was.
And I remember I was a Baker guy until that year. I was like, ooh, boy. But I had to hate him in Cleveland as a Pittsburgh fan.
For sure. If I was a Browns fan, I just wouldn't want him to, like, sign signed like Snoop Huntley for like, 2 for 15 or something, like I'd be like, are you kidding me, bro? I don't know what he does, man. Like we talked about, I really don't know if you're gonna go find someone to get you to 10 wins in this draft, but that's why they get paid the big bucks. That's for them to figure out.
That is, and Jim Schwartz had quite the reaction. Allegedly, I don't know. Nobody saw it, but it was reported. He was not happy that he didn't get the job, and I can't blame him. I mean, like his players advocated for him and whatever, but we saw what he did in Detroit. It wasn't very good, but again, you live and you learn. And, you talk about Stafford if he wasn't in Detroit, but can you imagine if like Dan Campbell was his head coach years ago though? But that's another conversation. I mean, I'm just like, and Myles Garrett posted on his Insta story, quite not happy again about the whole thing. Probably not as unhappy as Jim Schwartz. I mean, Jim Schwartz told everybody to go fuck themselves, which I'm like, you know what? Good for you. But Myles Garrett, classic, or I call him Boo-hoo Garrett, posting some like cryptic message about how he's like depressed about the hire. You had your chance to get out. You had it.
He's the unhappiest, 100 million plus heir I've ever met. And like,
money can't buy happiness though, to be fair.
It can't. But also, if you sign your name on the dotted line for however many years, like it is, what do they say? That's what the money's for. Sorry. We'll see, man. We'll see. It wouldn't take a lot to improve the Browns from recent years, so maybe he's got a shot.
No, I mean, we'll see. I mean, they still have the same general manager, which who knows how that'll go. I mean, Atlanta's got a new GM and Ian Cunningham now, but who cares? It doesn't seem like Atlanta can do anything right. They hired Stefanski, so good luck to you guys with that. But yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of random coaching stuff going on in this world. But something that I forgot to mention earlier, though, Bo Nix, Sean Payton kind of acted like a man-child after losing that game to New England, mentioning, did you see that where he like talked about Bo Nix's injury history and whatever? I mean, yeah, not good.
And Nix's reaction was like, I don't think my coach should be talking about my injury history or like something along those lines.
It's bad. That's like not good. Like if you're having this kind of like drama after losing a big game like that, who knows how next year will go for them. And I mean, yeah, I don't know where they go from here. I mean, people are comparing like Sean Payton at this point to like John Fox, which I don't think that's fair because John Fox was gifted Peyton Manning and didn't win anything with him. So.
Yeah, I think that's even if you're a Peyton hater, I think that's a little harsh. But it's like, okay, they're going to have to fix it. I mean, he still has several years, a couple years on his deal left. And, I mean, one thing is their defense is just going to be good again. You know what I mean? Like, so I think next year, man, I think they're going to be, again, heavily favored. I think they're going to do very well. Defense is going to still be good. So they can kind of fix that internal beef or whatever it is, man. They'll probably have another good year.
Well, and I mean, and you saw it too, like when Peyton would yell at like Russell Wilson back in the day on the sideline, like Russ kind of just sat there and took it. When he yelled at Bo Nix was like kind of like a little Ferris Bueller, like firing back in a way. Yeah, but I mean, I personally wouldn't care if they fail, just because you're an AFC team and all, but teams that are kind of on the downward spiral right now don't seem to be on the same page. After a disastrous press conference in which they asked former general manager Kwesi Adofo-Mensah if he regrets letting Sam Darnold go. I can't remember what his exact answer was. What I do remember is the day after that press conference, it was announced that he had lost his job. So, and there were all kinds of things spewing out of that. The saying like, oh, he took 2 weeks paternity leave because his kid was born, which I don't think that's a fair thing to fire somebody for. But at the end of the day, it is the NFL, and a lot of players kind of sacrifice stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's not like a normal corporate. It's not like he works at like Capital One,
right,
and can do that. Like Sean McVay had a baby on Sunday, and then played an away game that he coached on Thursday. So and like you look at his if you just straight up look at his like draft hits or miss, he does not have very many hits in his tenure there.
One.
And they kind of got praised for the hire because he came from Wall Street. It was an outside the box hire, yada yada yada. It didn't look like he had the juice. It looked like him and the coach McConnell like didn't see eye to eye, and obviously Kevin McConnell won.
Which obviously you're going to have him win in that case, but everyone was saying like, oh, Kevin O'Connell can make any quarterback work. Now they were in quarterback purgatory last year, and their former one is now playing in the Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean, I don't know where you go really from there. What like draft wise, like who's gonna like if they even hire a general manager, or if they're just gonna have an acting one like coming into the season. But it's not a good look for them right now. And if I had to bet all my money on the table, I highly doubt that J.J. McCarthy's a starter week one. It's hard to see that.
Bro, it's so crazy. I was literally going to ask if you had to bet, is he going to be starting week one? Again, I go back to, we've been over this with several teams now. If not him, then who? I don't see all these replacements in the draft or in free agency. And I guess you can always trade for someone, but dude, every time around this year, I just get sad that football is almost over for a few months, bro.
For sure. I 100% I agree with you, but like also, to reply to your question, if not him, then who? Someone who's just not bad. Like really, I mean, just don't be bad. And you're like, these guys that you're throwing to are almost like Jags now, like just a guy, and they're not guys. Like they're really good weapons. I mean, you saw what they did the year before. So offensive line's a little bit of a question mark, not much of a run game. So I don't know if that's something they got to fix too. Because, I mean, everything's got to work for one thing to work or whatever. But
and someone's got to get JJ to like drink some milk or something in the offseason because he is constantly injured, man. He's missing 2 games here. He's missing 3 games here. And if you're a young quarterback that doesn't have it all figured out yet, man, you need those reps.
Right.
So yeah, man, I got a buddy who's a Vikings fan who's just like JJ might as well be like Satan to him. That 9 would just is terrible. Anytime he pisses us off in our group chat, we just send the number 9 and he shuts up. But yeah, man, we'll see how it shakes, man. There's going to be a lot of changes in the next NFL season for sure.
You know what I just realized too? They ended the season on a 5-game winning streak too, and it was like the quietest 5-game winning streak.
Did they
ever.
Really? Wow.
They were 4-8 and finished 9-8.
So that probably earned him week 1 starting next year, I would think.
One of them, Max Brosmer, was starting against the Lions because JJ got hurt. And then JJ got hurt again when he came back. I mean, they call him Ice Tub for a reason because he's spending half his time in the ice tub.
Ice Tub is hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. And it's like, similar to, so like San Francisco, right? Like every year they have a bunch of injuries. Is it dumb luck? Is it training staff? Is it, there's just so many variables. But at the end of the day, like football's a violent sport, man. It's going to happen.
For sure. Yeah, and I think of all these teams and like the future. A team we thought had a bright future after week 1 in a slugfest when they played my Steelers and almost won. It took a 60-yard field goal to beat these Jets. They also fired their offensive coordinator a month after the season. It's kind of like the Vikings just did with their general manager. Tanner Engstrand, I believe his name was. So I don't know what's going on there. And I don't even think they've named a defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator yet, to my knowledge. I mean, they might have named a defensive coordinator, but it was like somebody I didn't know.
Just looks like a shit show over there.
It's not good.
Looks terrible over there.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't help with ownership, but it seems Aaron Glenn's a little arrogant right now. I don't want to say that because I don't know the guy, but I mean, if I had to place a bet, like, I don't know if he makes it to the end of year 2. Like, obviously, he'll be there for week 1. Like, everyone's like, will he have a third year? My question is, will he get to the end of his second year?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, if I had to bet the house that he's coaching week 16, week 17 next year, I wouldn't think he would. One of my favorite moments from last year is when week 3, week 2, week 3, week 4, we played the Jets. They blocked that field goal, ran it all the way back, and Aaron Glenn had that really goofy-ass dance on the sideline, and then we came back to beat him. Chef's kiss, baby.
Which,
Love that.
Yeah, it was crazy because it was on a blocked field goal and they're attempting a game-winning field goal. You're like, that ain't gonna happen again, is it?
I was frightened for sure.
Because remember that? Like, it was that same week, the Rams-Eagles, 2 blocked field goals by the Eagles in that game, and the Rams fired their special teams coordinator, I think, halfway through the season, and that was the first in-season coaching change that Sean McVay ever made. But besides that point, that was the highlight of the Jets season, really, that you just brought up, Aaron Glenn strutting down that sideline, because not much. And I also saw a report that Justin Fields declined a Pro Bowl invitation, so that and the fact that Shedeur Sanders and Joe Flacco are, which, good for Flacco. He's been around a little bit. He deserved one at this point, but like, what are we doing?
Here's what I never want to hear again. I would like, all right, 10 years from now, you and me are sitting here debating, players, and someone brings up the argument, well, he has 8 Pro Bowls and he only has 6. Bro, you're telling me that in 2025, 2026, Justin Fields and Shedeur Sanders are Pro Bowlers? Get the frick out of here, bro. Yeah. That's crazy.
I agree, but if you ain't an all-pro, it really don't matter.
For sure.
Because, who was it? Zach Allen is a 2-time all-pro guy. I don't think he's been named to the Pro Bowl yet. He's one of the best defensive linemen out there.
Yeah.
Same thing with Derek Brown over in Carolina. I was shocked when he didn't get named to the Pro Bowl. But
Yep.
That's, yeah. And, speaking of Shedeur, I forgot to address this earlier. Emmanuel Acho made some headlines because that's all he does is he's made more headlines than tackles in his career. That's a fact. He's only got 2 career tackles, but he said, if I'm Shedeur Sanders, why would I listen to Todd Monken? I get it, Todd Monken hasn't won on an NFL level. Has Shedeur won on the NFL level? Like, what is that logic that you're trying to spew right now, brother?
And let's not like forget, like, Monken has looked good in a couple different places. Like, I know he's not the head guy, but like obviously was good in Georgia, and he had stints in Baltimore where he looked good. I have watched Acho now as like he's doing a bit, like he's trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And then I can actually watch him because, dude, the stuff out of his mouth is like, you get paid however much money you get paid to do this, and those are your takes. God awful.
Yeah, man. I thought I spewed some god awful takes on here, but I ain't getting paid that money, so like, good for you. But yeah. And he's smacking Joy Taylor too, allegedly.
Allegedly.
It was in the files. You're not in the worst files ever. You're not in the Epstein files yet, or the Diddy files, as far as we know. Is that really a thing right now, Diddy files?
So Diddy came out and said that you see the Epstein list. I'm not on it. Like, you see, like, brother.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he did. You were the competition. What do you mean? You had your own stuff going on.
Oh my gosh,
world's crazy, bro.
And Kanye's not going to be on a single one. Kanye actually might be on Diddy, but that's.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Kanye, man. I just think just to kind of put a bow on the football stuff, man. I'm really excited for the Super Bowl. I do think it's going to be a good game. And I think like all the marbles are on Seattle defense versus Patriots offense, or specifically their line. If their line can hold up, I think they have a chance. If they bend and don't break, they have a chance. But if they get ran on, I think it could get ugly.
For sure. Yeah, and there's a lot. I think of that like football wise. So. Really, really excited for that Super Bowl. And unfortunate news, as I heard the other day, Jim Irsay, the FBI is investigating more of his death just recently. They said that his doctor prescribed him with extra ketamine, and that same doctor ruled his death as just natural causes.
Jim Irsay would like to get down. From word around the town, but yeah, man, and like I think we can both agree, like Jim Irsay was like one of those football characters, like he made the NFL. just another exciting character in the story. That's crazy. I actually hadn't seen the doctor fiasco that you just mentioned.
Yeah, no, I mean, I saw it actually last week as we were getting ready to shoot for our show. And, I mean, obviously it was too late to put it in there. But, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate because, he had his ups and downs. But, yeah, I mean, it was really just he was one of the only owners that spoke up against Dan Snyder. So it kind of, like, showed me the human that he was.
Sure.
And... yeah, I mean, if there was a doctor out there that was guilty of this, then that's just a real shame because that's a human being at the end of the day. So, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but and your daughter's holding her own right now, and she's being just like you and too stubborn to fire Chris Ballard.
How that man has had a job for it's over 10 years now, isn't it?
He's had one playoff win.
One playoff win in 10 years.
No division titles either.
That's crazy. I speaking of the Colts, I'm really excited to see what happens to Daniel Jones in the offseason. See if they're going to ride out with him, give him another deal, like how that's going to shake. Pretty brutal injury, and part of what makes him a decent quarterback, is his ability to move. So if he can't move around, is he even half the same player?
I thought you were about to say his best ability is availability because he's been injured a lot over the years.
Yeah, not so much.
But he really had a career year. There's nothing to take away from that. I mean, and I guess do they give Riley Leonard a look while he's hurt? And maybe do they give Anthony Richardson another shot? I don't know. I think Anthony Richardson's going to get cut, unfortunately. And I hope he does well somewhere else. I mean, maybe he gets a shot in another organization, but he's gonna have to do a lot of things to fix his game. But
I would give him like a Taysom Hill package.
That's
or
what
something.
I think they were talking about.
Because I mean, he's such a freak athlete, and his highlight plays, you would think he's one of the best quarterbacks ever. But yeah, man, we keep getting back to it. A lot of big decisions from ownership and coaches going into next year after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I mean, shoot. Coaches and everything is so crazy right now, and ownerships, people are getting desperate that Phillip Rivers was getting interviewed for a head coach interview with the Buffalo Bills, which I would have loved it personally. I mean, say what you want. I mean, him dissecting these defenses on the field, I think he would have been a good head coach in the NFL right off the bat.
It's got to translate in some way, right?
Right.
All those years of being a good QB, and he can't be worse than some of the hires in the last few years. So.
For sure. I mean, you watch him, I think they were playing Monday night against the 49ers, 2000, this year I meant, but I forget because he didn't play for 5 years before he came back this year. And he's calling out the defenses and just you think about it, you look back, it's funny, he did better against the 49ers defense than Jalen Hurts and the Eagles offense did in that wild card game, but I mean, and they got to hire at Sean Mannion. I don't know if that's really.
Where did he come from? I'm not familiar with him.
It's crazy because I was I remember that name. I feel like he was a backup for years. Just recently, actually, he was this past year he was the quarterbacks coach for the Packers, though. So I mean,
okay.
I don't think it's a bad. I mean, you never know. Until
can't be worse than this year.
No.
So
oh God,
any change is probably a net positive. I think.
Well, and he better be good because I'm hearing rumors, and I'm gonna get clowned if this is not true. But Vic Fangio is potentially retiring as defensive coordinator, and they just lost Christian Parker, who I think was their higher up, to Dallas as their defensive coordinator. So we'll see. I mean. Is Philadelphia falling apart?
God, there's very few things that would make me happier than them just being absolute trash next year, dude. I cannot stand the Eagles, bro. I don't like their fan base. Sorry, I don't like you guys. You're annoying.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just finishing up. I saw some ranks of Jalen Hurts. Is he a top 5 QB? Top 5 QB. I don't think he's in the top 15. Honestly. Yeah. He is probably somewhere in between 15 and 12. Yeah. Probably.
No, I agree. I mean, I don't think he's as bad as people say he is, but I mean, I thought A.J. Brown could have caught all those passes in that 49ers game that he was throwing to him. So
That's very true.
that's
very
one
true.
thing. And A.J. or actually, now I think of that, Howie Roseman said he's planning on keeping him next year. I'll believe that when I see it. I think it's better if you just let him go, even if it's going to be a salary cap hit. If you're if you're Howie fucking Roseman, as he calls himself, and you're the best at your business, at your job, you trade him away and you figure out what to do. I mean, because I'm starting to think the salary cap is kind of a myth, personally.
You're telling me you can't go get a second or third round pick for him? You definitely could. You definitely could if you want to. I think that's smoke and mirrors.
You can't get a first rounder at this point.
I don't think you can get a first rounder. I think a team like, say, the Patriots or, say, the Titans or just somebody, I think someone would throw a second or a third at him just to see. Because at one point he was elite, you know?
He was. And he probably could still be that if he went, somewhere else. But I hope it's not the Patriots, personally. I mean, him and Stephon Diggs would actually be hilarious together. But.
That would be a riot. Yeah, man, that would be a riot. Yeah, I can't stand Philly, bro.
Yeah, it's more
down.
your fans, honestly, that I don't like than your football team, really, if I'm being honest.
I don't know, bro. The whole tush push thing.
That's true.
The whole
and Sirianni's a clown. I'm sorry.
He's a clown, bro. I feel like he's been on the hot seat like since he's gotten the job. It seems like if he didn't win that Super Bowl, he would not be, and didn't get to another one, which is crazy that we're even talking about him like this when he's been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years.
No one respects him.
No one respects him, bro.
Which, I mean, 2 Super Bowls in the last 4 years is a huge accomplishment. Like, whether we like the guy or not, that's something. I mean, and I've watched him on Hard Knocks. He knows how to, really, speak to the team and everything. Like, he's definitely a good motivator and everything. A weird dude, but I mean, hey, if you want to come on the show too, Coach Sirianni. I mean, I just called you a clown and all, but
yeah, you can clear the air, dude. You can give us the real you.
Yeah, he went on Pat McAfee to with who was it? Coach who's it? Ty Schmidt.
Yeah,
he dressed up as Sirianni and imitate him, and he just went along. So he gets it though. Like he loves being clowned on.
Yeah, players love him. Players do like.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, if he's handled Philly a lot better than most coaches would. I'll give him that. I mean, that's definitely something to say. And I mean, whether you're going to call him a small man or not, because I just read, my friend just texted me just now, and this made me laugh. Diego Pavia, the Heisman runner-up, bum, who couldn't win, unlike the guy Fernando Mendoza who could win, even though you thought you should have won over him. Listed at 5'9".
That's like you and me.
That's what I'm saying. And you think you're going to be playing quarterback in the NFL?
Is he on a roster is he on a 53-man roster at the start of week 1 next year?
I think so.
You do think so? Okay.
I think because of the name.
Sure. Just kind of give him Heisman runner-up, let's just throw him at the third string practice squad and let's see. Was he the runner? No, he might have been third.
He shouldn't have been the runner-up.
No, I agree.
I love Fernando, but I would have given it to Jeremiah Love personally, though. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, and man, I mean, the worst thing I saw this past week, or in that commercial for the AFC Championship game, them trying to promote obesity. You saw that, right?
Yep.
What are we I've been dieting since I was 12 years old. I mean, hey, I'm fat too. I get it. But I'm not that fat, but not as fat as that guy was in that commercial. But dieting since you were 12.
And also, I'm sorry. No, you haven't. You haven't been.
There's no way.
You haven't been dieting since you've been 12 years old.
Yeah, there's no way. I mean, but people who are trying to turn their career around and go another direction. Taco Fall, 7'6" sensation, is now a fireman, or he's training to be a fireman. Will that guy ever need a ladder? For real. I got you. Come on down.
I didn't see that. Dude, if I made a couple, I forget, maybe it was my wife, I forget who I was telling this. If I made a couple, 4, 5, 6 mil, I don't know Taco's career earnings. Bro, I would never work another day in my life. I would golf. I'd hop on my PC. I would bullshit. I've never understood having to work when you don't have to.
Well, did he though? Because I thought he was on like a bunch of 10-day contracts though.
But I mean, still, if you get 5 10-day contracts, you're still probably worth 700, 800K, which to be fair, I guess you can't live on that the rest of your life.
No, you can't. But
But
I mean,
I don't know, man.
shit. Odell Beckham the other day admitted that he blew through $100 million in his NFL. I mean, that is. Ugh. How?
I'm sorry. And then like other people are like, yeah, you can't. That's insane, bro. Like I'm supposed to feel bad for you because you blew 100 mil. Are you kidding me?
It's not even the worst thing he's ever done. I mean, which we all could have seen that coming, to be honest, though.
Incredibly overrated, bro. If he didn't have one of the coolest catches ever, he is not Odell as we know him.
The first 3 years, I'll say this, though, he was like on track to become one of the greatest of all time.
He was, but like 3 years, I mean,
You got to provide more.
you got to
Broke his
do
ankle,
more.
which might have like hindered it, but
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and he had some bad injury luck for sure, but super overrated to me. Minus those first, once he got out of his first contract, I mean, he really didn't do anything.
Oh, he was overrated the moment when he went to Cleveland and they labeled him the Browns Super Bowl contenders. I'm like, all right, pump the brakes. It's not the Browns, it's the Cleveland Browns. Y'all are the bottom of the basement at all times.
Dude, do you remember Odell's dad talking shit about Baker on Twitter? Like, see, my son is open. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, but in reality, Odell Beckham's dad did a favor. He got him, Jarvis, and Baker, or Odell, Jarvis, and Baker out of Cleveland, if you
True.
think about it.
That's true.
So,
He's playing the long game, maybe.
I mean, maybe he was, but I mean, I don't think, no matter who the quarterback is, like the dad's just gonna be like, oh, my son's open. Like he ain't even think about the quarterback's feelings in that regard. He just wants,
No.
I mean, but that was, God, that was years ago. Holy shit. And
I know.
I mean, but yeah, so many crazy things. One thing that I just saw, actually just now, former NFL lineman Kevin Johnson, Eagles player, was beaten to death. He was homeless in California, I believe. Just very unfortunate to see, which also makes me think, like, is the NFL really looking out for their player? Like, and I know they're grown men at the end of the day, but it's like, that's a brotherhood, So, like,
Dude, okay, so I'm glad you brought this up because I have this idea. You see, like Delonte West, right? Made millions and millions in his career playing basketball. You see these stories of like ex-professional athletes, out on the streets or on drugs or homeless or whatever. Why doesn't the NFL just take, 6% of every single salary, make them put it in some index fund or some, Roth 401k, something, so they can look out for these guys long term, man. That seems like such like a no-brainer.
Right.
And I think those stories would just about disappear.
well, and I think they're just thinking at the end of the day, like, oh, these guys make millions of dollars, whatever. He played in the era where you weren't making what these guys are making now.
True. Very true.
I mean, because I'm seeing like all these guys who played in like 2000, like Marion Barber, who was living in an apartment in 2022 when he passed away. Because granted, he had this thing set at 91 degrees, his AC, which mind blowing to me. But I mean, the fact that he played that long ago and he's in an apartment, like, and not like in a big, I mean, now granted, Devontae Smith, one of the smartest players ever, he got a big contract and he's just living in a tiny home. I mean, and Gardner Minshew drives the same car he's had since college.
Yep.
It's fucking smart. Like, why do we gotta, and Jason Kelsey, he don't buy a bunch of clothes to look good. Like when he was playing, he was just like, I don't play dress up, I play football. I'm like, that's why you're one of my favorite linemen ever.
That's a football guy.
That's a football guy right there.
Guy. That's right.
Your brother might be a little annoying, but you know what? I can't take anything away from him. He wasn't the problem for Kansas City last year, that's for sure. But
no, it wasn't the solution either.
No.
But also, like, man, with his career, at his age, all the hits he's taken, like, you can't expect him to carry an offense at all.
No. And one or two more feel-good stories before we close out here. Lamar Jackson the other day, say what you want about him. That's a good man. I don't cry too often. People say I'm an evil soul and that I don't have a heart, but Lamar Jackson surprising this fan in Mississippi who had a heart condition. I don't know if you saw this video or not. Man, it really got to me. So, from a Steeler fan to you, Lamar, I hope, you have the greatest career when you're not playing the Steelers. But, I mean, you already had a great career as is, but it was just cool to see something like that. And the NFL is expanding to another country in Paris, France. Well, France is the country. Paris is the city. I'm not geographically. I feel I did not do well in geography, if you can't tell. Actually, funny thing. Somebody asked me, "Have you ever been to Europe?" I was like, "No, but I've been to France." I was like, "Ooh, whoops." So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's cool to have an NFL. I mean, I really enjoyed my time when I was in Dublin, Ireland last year watching the Steelers play. Because it kind of it was like if you guys ever watched Ted Lasso, great show. Like when these soccer players are coming out of the tunnel and like the fans are right above them, you don't really get that from the midfield point like you do in football. Like most of them come out of the end zone kind of thing. Like these guys were coming out right above. I was like, holy shit.
You know why they're? I'm sorry. You know why they're doing the France game? Within a year or two, they're gonna have every team will have to play an international game. They're going to take away a preseason game. They're going to add another regular season game, and they're just going to try to go global with it. Kraft has kind of hinted at that, and Roger Goodell a little bit here and there. But sooner rather than later, every single team will play an international game at some point in the season.
Don't need 18 regular season games, but it's cool to expand it. I mean, Tua Tagovailoa said, "Oh, Jerusalem would be cool." Ooh, that CTE got to him. Holy shit! But. I'm glad you brought up Robert Kraft because I forgot to bring this up, and we'll close out on this. Him and Bill Belichick snubbed for the Hall of Fame, and you know what? I don't feel bad. I don't. Fuck you guys. You fucking cheating motherfuckers. And everyone's like, by resume, you deserve to be in. I can't take that away from you. But you know what? Man, you waited 49 years for your girlfriend to be born. Son, man, I mean, and both of them are all for prostitution. Robert Kraft is just in the massage parlor. Bill Belichick's just driving down Miami and sees this chick named Jordan and go, "Hey, what's up, shawty?" You know what I mean? But Robert Kraft didn't get the happy ending that he wanted.
Ba-da-ba.
I needed somebody to laugh before. I can't laugh at my own joke.
I got you.
But yeah, I mean, by resume, you guys deserve to be in for sure. But at the end of the day, you fucking cheating motherfucker. And now everyone's wondering, well, is Tom Brady going to be? Nah, Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay and won on his own.
That's right. Say it again, baby. Say it again.
What have you guys done?
Yeah.
Now, you have your chance this Sunday to get me to shut the hell up. But personally, I hope you get that belt to ass. But because I can't handle another Patriots dynasty. I can't handle Penny Picker Portnoy, just being like, "Oh, the Patriots are back, baby." And none of you fucking mascot fans who were in Tom Brady Tampa Bay jerseys. You're the fakest motherfuckers I ever seen. Fuck all of you. I hope the Red Sox have a drought. I hope the Bruins have a drought. I hope the Celtics continue to have a drought. Actually, they won a few years ago. I forgot about that. They had a drought for a long time, though. But that's neither here or there. Fuck Boston. But I do love you Boston people, though. But for a town that has a bunch of Ivy League schools, it's got a bunch of morons, if we're being honest. But that's neither here or there. I do love all you people. It's just jokes at the end of the day. I love football. I love my guy Pro, even though he's not here. I love my producer Poe. And it's just such a great opportunity to continue to talk with you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody. Woo!